Hello, hello, hello. I am back. Yay. More Arthur. Let's go. So with getting Gossifleur Friday night, we've now added Emolga to the hunt to replace the Gossifleur. They're going to be doing Emolga and Shelmet tonight. And the Emolga is going to be a weird one because it's going to be not quite a soft reset hunt, but not quite an encounter hunt. Because Emolga spawns like 4 different times on this one path. So I'm going to like reset and then go down the path and hit all the Emolgas, then reset, and then repeat the process. So it's going to be a little bit different than what normally occurs in a soft reset hunt. It's gonna be like a mix. I normally don't do this. Like I've even had hunts in the past where like there was technically like another one available kind of close that I could have gone for, and I've always just reset in the one spot. But for this, like they're all just right here, so it doesn't make sense to just do one and reset, especially because I have to wait for them to fly down to me and shit anyway. So like it just makes more sense to do it like this. Hi Squiddy, hi squids, hi. How is the squid doing? And hi again, Mika. So yeah, I've been wanting to do the Emolga hunt for a while. With it being like up in the trees though, it just kind of always bothered me, so I just never did it. But we're gonna do it now, so fuck it, right? It's on the list. It's one I still need, so might as well grab it while we can. Handle our business. Yeah, I mean. We'll see. Hopefully we get Shelmet tonight. I'm almost halfway to odds, and this is right on the back of that 7,000 Doughblades, so I'm hoping I get Shelmet tonight. I've got a couple of other potential hunts I can do if the Shelmet shines. I'm also considering if I get Shelmet, we might just do some viewer DAs the rest of the night, because again, there is stuff that is on my list that I can get from DAs. About to play some Minecraft. Nice. I gotta make some time for Minecraft. I gotta try to work from home an extra day this week so I can just sit around and play Minecraft while I'm not in meetings. I know it's like, oh well, you know, this is why nobody works from home. You're gonna play Minecraft instead of working. Like, bitch, I get all my work done and then I play games. Like I do shit when I'm like I don't have work to do, because when I'm in the office and I don't have work to do, I just like find people to talk to, or I just like walk around the building, or like I do find shit to occupy me. So it's literally no different. The only difference is I'm bored in a cubicle instead of bored at home. It's literally no different. Nothing changes. Like I don't have extra work to do just because I'm in the office. Shit is dumb as fuck. Come here, dude. All right, this isn't that bad though. Like walking down this path and grabbing the couple of Molgas here and then resetting. They're also a lot faster at flying down to you. I was thinking it was going to be like the Aerodactyl, where it like takes 2 minutes to come down to you. It like does that slow spiral, you know? The Emolga just kind of dives right onto you. It's slightly better than the Aerodactyl hunt, if you've ever done that one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So yeah, I've got what's it called? I got some stuff I'm working on. I got some stuff. I gotta find the time to put it together though. That's gonna be the tricksy part, is finding the time to put it together. Hopefully I get it together soon. And I'm trying to see something real quick. Nope, not what I wanted. Property. Nope, that wasn't it. Cancel. I'm trying to see how to do the mic thing to stop it from peeking on me. Yeah, hopefully Yeti will show up here soon and I can ask him. I forgot to talk to him about that over the weekend and get that fixed, so I don't ruin any more clips like I did the fucking Doughblade. That would be very, 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 very sad if I did that again. So I would really rather not do that again. At least this time Jer had the audio separate, that he was able to just like yoink the audio and overlay it on my clip, and so it saved it. But yeah, don't want to risk that in the future if I can help it. Let me do this. I want to let me. Oh, duh. And pin. There we go. Okay. Sorry, trying to multitask here. But yeah, the fuck was I saying? I don't even know. Today was a long day. It wasn't a bad day, but it was a long day. I was so fucking tired today. I was like literally walking out to my truck at the end of work, and I was like falling asleep as I was walking to my truck. I was like, this isn't fucking good. Got home and passed the fuck out with Loki. Like, I got home late in bed. Loki immediately came running up, licked me to death for like 5 fucking minutes. And then I was like, all right, dude, enough. I need sleep. And he just plopped down on top of me and gave me like the best puppy cuddles ever. And I was like, all right, this works for me. And I just passed the fuck out for like 2 hours. It was legit the best puppy cuddles. Although in the beginning it was kind of uncomfortable because he was like legit just laying on top of me, and I was like, dude, like you need to like give me a little bit of room here. You are too heavy to just be laying on my chest. I missed one of the Emolgas that time. I don't know which one though. I think the first one. I think I missed him. I should have gone back and looked for him, but oh well. Ba-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da. Yeah, I think I missed this one, which is really dumb because it's the first one. But I think I missed that one last time. I really wish Emolga had a better shiny than just being like a like it's not even like a legit brown. It's just like they faded the black out. Like they turned the saturation down across it. Like the whole thing just looks like they put like a sepia filter over it. I feel like Emolga deserved better. Hey, what's going on, Julio? How you doing? Let's see. Next one right there. There he is. Gotta remember where all these fuckers are. They hide in the trees. Hunting tornadoes. Nice. You doing DAs, I take it, Julio? Tornadoes and DAs is such a pain in the ass. It's not like overly difficult, but like trying to find stuff in the path that's effective against it can be a pain in the ass. The game doesn't like to give you a good path on tornadoes, in my experience. So best of luck to you, Julio. Ugh. I did a couple tornadoes on yesterday. Not because I need tornadoes, but I was just trying to phase. And I actually ended up getting 2 phases from it that I needed. I got oops, I forgot I needed to reset there. I got shiny glaring Mr. Mime. So now I have Mime and Rhyme. And then I got the shiny Vanillite, or Vanilla-ish, the middle evolution. So I ended up getting 2 phases off of Tornadus that I needed for my shiny deck. So I was pretty happy with that. I've been trying to do more DAs lately just because there's a couple of shinies I need where like the only way, like the best ways to get it is either DAs or Masuda. And I fucking hate Masuda. So I've just been like, you know what? I like doing DAs. DAs I find fun. Let me see if I can get the shiny in the DAs. And it's actually kind of worked for me. I wish if you were like, I wish they had a thing in DAs where you could like, forfeit the DA. You know what I mean? Like if you know it's a shit path and you're gonna lose or something like that, or if you're just like, oh, we have like one life left and we're going against Kyogre, like let's just forfeit. Because then if I could find a path that had like one of the shinies I need like right away, I could just beat that, catch it, forfeit the path, check that one shiny and start over. That would have been awesome if that was an option. It would also be great for those times when you're playing with people and you all get disconnected and you're like, oh great, I'm up against Zygarde with bots now. You're just like, oh, forfeit, try again. I'm kind of surprised they didn't give us an option like that. Like, it would have made a lot of sense. Nope, this is the reset. Damn it, now I'm really mad I didn't encounter that one because it's throwing the count off. It's not a multiple of 4 anymore. Yeah, Zygarde is almost impossible to do with bots. Like, it is damn near impossible to do with bots. It is possible, don't get me wrong, but it's incredibly difficult with bots. The only way you can do it with bots, honestly, is you would have to have like a god path where you were the wide guarder and all the bots had ice moves and you just sat there and wide guarded the whole time and just let them use the ice moves without a Dynamax. And even then it would be sketchy that you'd be able to win. Hey, what's going on, Pokemon Gamer? How you doing? Alright, I gotta try to find one more Emolga this time so I can get back to multiples of 4 because it's annoying me. Boom, 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 boom. Mentally drained. I'm physically drained, but I'm here anyway. But rough Monday there, Pokemon Gamer. I'm gonna call you Gamer. Saying Pokemon Gamer takes too much energy. So I know by morning, tomorrow will be both due to opening. Ooh. Yeah, I don't miss those days, Julio. Those days aren't fun. Go sleep. Nice to catch stream. Rough day. Plus, it's 1:30. Oh, damn, gamer. All right, yeah, 1:30 in the morning. I feel you, bud. Well, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you at least stopping by to say hi. Hope you can recharge your batteries a little bit there. Why did my counter disappear? Hopefully it comes back after this one. There we go. That was weird. It's done that before. It hasn't done that in a long time though. But oh my, so my morning today, right? I think I talked to this a little bit last week, but there's this like there's this team at my job that I do some work for, right? And it's nothing major. I basically just built a dashboard to track like performance and KPIs for them. And they came to me not last week, but the very end of the week before, and they were like, "Hey, the column where it has the total units we've shipped for this company is wrong." And I'm like, "Well, do you know how it's wrong? Like, where's it wrong at?" And they were like, "Well, I don't know, but they said it's wrong." And I'm like, "Well, that doesn't really help me. Like, I need to know what to look for." And they're like, "Well, this is all we know. So if you could figure it out and fix it, we'd appreciate it." So I'm like, "All right, let me see what I can figure out." So I spent like Friday of 2 weeks ago and then like almost all of last week digging through like all the coding on the dashboard, trying to see like, is it pulling duplicate shipments? Is it, you know, the calculations wrong? Like, what's going on here? Like, is it pulling the wrong data? What's going on? Verified all kinds of shit in my report, went through everything, like, because I've got like a bunch of other shit I'm doing for this other project. And so like anytime I had a spare few minutes, I was looking into their problem. And like, I mean, I was doing this all week, could not fucking find a problem in any of my work. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's a problem in the data, right? So I told them on like Wednesday, like, "Hey, I'm not seeing any problems in my end of it. I'm going to get with the IT guys and see if it's a problem on the data side. Like, is it pulling the wrong data?" Well, the guy that I need to talk to is on vacation through this week even. Like, he had 2 weeks off, so I couldn't talk to him. And I'm like, all right, well, let me just go through it myself and see. And so, like, there's, like, what they do is they do shipments for the customer, right? So we handle all the logistics. So they need an order shipped to a customer. We handle, you know, which carrier is going to do it, how much it's going to cost, when they're going to pick it up, all that stuff. We handle all that for them. So they don't have to do any of that, right? They don't have to have storage to warehouse the items or any of that shit. They don't have to have us ship it to them and then to the customer. We just handle it all. And so we have a data lake where all the data for all of our shipments and stuff gets dumped into. And so my report pulls from that data lake. And so I was like, well, maybe the information in the data lake is wrong. And so I started going into the system they use to do the shipments. And I started pulling reports from there and looking at, all right, well, this is what their system is saying they've entered for the units being shipped. This is what my report from the data lake is saying we have shipped. And I'm like, well, the information basically fucking matches. Like, there was a slight variance that I need to look into with the IT team, but overall, the data was accurate. Like, they were making it sound like it was a huge variance and like the number on my report was nowhere near accurate and all this other shit. And I'm like, it's not. So after spending a week dealing with this, I basically discover my information matches the information that they put in the system. So there's no issue to fix. And so the guy that leads that team, he sits like right behind me in the office. Well, he was out Thursday and Friday of last week, so I hadn't had a chance to talk to him. So I go in this morning and I'm like, hey, here's an update on the situation, right? Here's what I have found. Here's what I'm looking at. Here's where there's potential issues. If you could find out from the customer if they're accounting for these shipments or not, because they make up a lot of it. Maybe they're just not looking at that when they say the numbers are off. Yeah, I've been working on the Shelmet for a bit, for a couple days now, RJ. D&D session was pushed back to next week. Ah, damn, Dragon, that sucks. I was hoping all the newbies would get their session 0 in, so we can push forward with it. Oh, you're using a ghost type? Because I didn't even think of that, actually. I didn't even know it had that move. So I guess I just got really lucky there, RJ. I'd never researched shit like that. I just YOLO the fuck out of these hunts. But so I tell him all this, like, here's what I found, you know, if you can like ask the customer this and blah 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 blah. And he gets all pissy with me and he's like, whatever, sure. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with him? And then as soon as I sit down, he gets up, and I know, because he's done it before, he's immediately going to talk to my boss's boss. Like, I know that's what he's doing, because he's done it before. Anytime he doesn't like something I say, he just goes and whines to my director about it. And he's over there, like, he's gone for a while, and he finally comes back, and Walsh fucked up. He suggested 8:30, tagged him and Ghost. And he thought they were doing it. How did he recommend it? And they'd be like, I didn't know. So he comes back, and my director had been out all last week as well, and I didn't talk to him. So I was like, let me go say hi. So I go over and I say hi and stuff, and we're kind of catching up on what went down last week. And he asked me about the fuckhead and this problem. And I run through everything I've done, like, over the last week. All the stuff I verified, what I still want to verify, this and that. You know, where we're at with things. And he's like, all right, well, let's take a look at some stuff. So we figured it might be one issue, is what we were thinking, that there's one potential issue, but it would cause the exact opposite problem that I'm seeing. So I really didn't think it was that, but we were like, let's just look at it anyway. And we looked through it, and everything, like, in my report is matching what he's pulling from the system, just like I said it did. We like, looked at a few shipments that were like potential issues. Everything was good, and my director was just like, all right, no, like, you did your due diligence, like, you verified it, everything here is right, like, this is the information they've supplied us, the data's accurate. If there's really an issue, they need to get something specific from the customer saying this is what the problem is, because clearly you've done what you need to do. Like, you've matched the data. You have no, like, because the thing, like, the reason the guy gets all pissy with me and always runs to my director is because he was giving me shit a couple months ago about my report being wrong and how I'm fucking everything up for his customer and I'm getting him yelled at and he's tired of the customer yelling at him over me and all this other shit. And I was like, dude, look, all I did was build the report. The report just pulls the data. I don't have any control over the data. I just interpret it. That's all I do. So if the data is wrong, I can't do anything about that. That's not me. That's not on my end. I don't control the data. If there's a problem in the data, that's somebody else. Like, that's not on my end. I just built the report. So you can't just yell at me because your numbers are wrong. Like, you need to have some accountability on this too. And if the data's wrong, that's on you to correct the fucking data, not me. And he got all fucking butthurt about it and went and bitched to my director about it, that I'm being difficult and I'm not helping him and all this other shit. And I'm like, no, I just told him, all I did was tell him I don't control the data. Like, I didn't create it. All I'm doing is translating it. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. So I got yelled at and told I have to be nice to the customer and all this other shit, which was super annoying. But at least today my director was like, nope, like, you've done your due diligence. You did everything you could do to figure out the issue. The issue's not on your end. You didn't do anything wrong. He needs to get us some kind of information other than the numbers are wrong. He needs to get us something specific and tell us, hey, you're saying there was 500,000 units that we delivered in March, and it's really this number. Like, he needs to do something so we know what to look at, because this ain't working. So I had a little bit of a vindication moment at work today, which was nice. I don't get those very often. I was so worried though when my director started like looking at the data. I was like, watch this motherfucker in 5 minutes find an error and make me look so fucking bad, and I'm just gonna fucking scream when that happens. But no, the data backed me up even when my director looked at it. So I was like, fuck yes. Like fucking Charlie Morningstar when the Angels were like, yeah, sure, we can take a look at this. Or I guess it would be more accurate in the upcoming season when she more than likely finds out about some things that happened at the end of last season. That level of indication, it was nice. I felt good. And then after that, I just had like 4 hours of meetings that I had to deal with. Sounds like you had a hell of a boss. Nya, 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 nya. It's squid. Well, the problem is, like, so my boss and my boss's boss are both cool as shit. Like, they're great guys. I like working for them. But this guy that I have to fucking deal with is a fucking pain in my ass because he doesn't know his own business. Like, he's the one responsible for handling our account with this company and handling that end of it. And he knows nothing. He has no idea what we shipped, when we shipped it, how much they owe us, how much we owe them. He literally knows nothing. He doesn't look at anything. And then he yells at me when shit isn't right, and I'm like, dude, like, if something's wrong, what is it? Well, I don't know. I just know something's wrong. I'm like, well, that doesn't fucking help, dipshit. Like, give me something. Like, there was an issue he took over the job last summer because the previous guy got fired for getting in a fight with the VP at a club, which was a whole fucking story. And when he first came in, I was like, look, you know, anytime you invoice the customer, you need to upload the invoice report that you send them to this SharePoint. My report will pull from the SharePoint and update the invoicing. And he goes, okay, cool. And then for like 9 months, he didn't upload a single invoice to that SharePoint. And for some reason, nobody noticed. He didn't notice the invoice numbers weren't updating. The customer didn't notice the invoice reports weren't updated. Nobody noticed it for 9 fucking months. And then he comes and starts yelling at me earlier this year that the invoice numbers are off. And I'm like, well, let me take a look. And I go look, I'm like, yeah, you haven't uploaded an invoice in almost a fucking year. How are you just now noticing that this is a problem? And he didn't like that either, that I was like, you really haven't looked at this shit in a fucking year? And he's like, well, why do I have to upload this? I'm like, I told you this a year ago when you first took over that you had to do this. We had a whole conversation. I showed you how to do it. And he's like, well, I shouldn't have to upload anything. It should just be automatic. This should just pull from the data lake. I'm like, dude, it takes 10 seconds to upload it to the SharePoint. You have to email this file to the customer anyway. It's literally no extra work on your part. You just take the file you're emailing to the customer and put it in a SharePoint. That's it. That's all you have to do. But he made this big stink about it, that he shouldn't have to do it and all this other shit. Well, they finally were like, well, right now you have to, because that's the way it's going to work. We can't make it work otherwise right now. You have to do it. So he's like, fine. So he does it and everything's still wrong. And so I had to spend like 3 days digging through the code and figure everything out. Turns out, for no reason at all, instead of using the report to pull from the system that was already created, he created a new report and a new template for it and like renamed everything. And so the coding was looking for like specific column headers to pull from, and none of those column headers existed because he changed them all. And so when I told him this, and I was like, can you just change your template to be this? He flat out was like, no, I'm not doing that. And so I had to go through and update all the previous invoice files to match the new column header, update all the formatting on the old invoices to match the new formatting, and then go into my report and update all the coding to match the new column headers. And all he had to do was literally change a few names in an Excel file. All he had to do, change a few names, and he refused to do it. It like created like 2 days worth of work for me just because he was too lazy to change a couple names. And that was when he at first was like, well, I'm not going to get yelled at by the customer over you. I was like, dude, you're the one that changed everything. Everything was working fine. There were no problems with it for 2 years prior to you coming in. You're the one that changed everything. You're the only one in 2 years that's had a problem with how this shit works. Like, this is a you problem, not a me problem. I don't know what to fucking tell you. And that's where we have bad blood now. But I'm like, no, you don't get to like completely fuck up my work, be a dick to me about it, and then get me in trouble about it because you're too fucking lazy to know what the fuck is going on in your own company. Like, you knew this dashboard existed, you knew the reports were there, and you knew the customer has access to view these reports. Why did you go almost a year and not once look at the dashboard to verify it in any way? How did you go 9 months without knowing what the fuck your business is doing? It was so fucking stupid. And then like this new project we're doing, we're changing the system that they had to sneeze. We're changing the system that they use to schedule the deliveries and stuff and to handle all the shipments. And we were going through the process, thank you, Squiddy, of selecting the new one. Second one. And we were like, there was one system we really should have chosen. Then there's this other system that we went with because it's a lot cheaper. No, goddamn. And he was on the team with me to like recommend the new system and to choose which one we were going to use. And I could tell that the winds were shifting. Goddamn, I can't stop sneezing now. And that we were going to end up going with the other system. And so before that happened, I tried to talk to him about the systems and how the other system was going to be a lot better for his business. Oh my God, why can't I stop sneezing? But I tried to explain to him, like, which one's that, Fang? The Emolga? But I was like trying to explain to him why the other system was better. God damn, I sound like Book right now. Why is Emolga your mortal enemy, Fang? And I was like trying to explain to him, like, you know, this other system is not going to work for you. We need to go with this one, and this is why. Like, we're going to have problems, and you especially. And it was like, all I care about is that they can fix the way my invoicing and finance stuff works right now. And thank you. Book comes in and gives me an allergy pill and goes, sorry, I was dealing with a lot of cats at work today. That's probably my fault. So apparently she heard me sneezing like crazy out in the other room. But yeah, so he's like, I don't care about any of that. None of that matters. I just need to know that the invoicing and financial end of it is fixed, and this system fixes it. So I don't care if we go with this one or not. I just want the invoicing fixed, and I know this one fixes it. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. And so now, like, most of the problems I'm having with him would be very, very, very easily fixed if we had gone with the other software. Like, it would have been the easiest fix in the world, because the way it works right now is we basically have to pull reports from the system we're using, and then those reports get uploaded into our data lake. The new system we're going with, it's the same thing, only instead of us handling that end of it, the software company is handling the extract and import portion of it. But how it works isn't changing at all. So we're still going to run into issues with the data not uploading properly or not uploading in a timely manner. The other system that we didn't go with literally runs off the same data lake we use. And they were literally just going to clone the data lake and give us access to our portion of it.
One more month until I'm Twitch
Riz.
pregnant. TV fun.
One more month until I'm Twitch pregnant. What's going on, Riz? Thank you so much for the resub. 8 months. Fucking legend. What's going on, Kermit? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for last time. I was having a stressful day. Got my mind off things. Hey, you know what, Kermit? That's what I'm here for. Electric Jim and White. Ouch. If Black White ran into that one that was somehow faster than me, kept having to heal, or when I could hit him, it would heal. That sounds like a pain in the ass thing. But yeah, so like the company we didn't go with would have just literally cloned our section of their data lake, and that would have been it. So literally all the fucking data from their system would have had one-touch access to us and been like real-time data. And instead of doing that, we're like, no, we're gonna stick with what we're doing now that everybody fucking hates. Also that this fucker could have better invoicing, which he would have had with the other fucking system. But because that's all he cared about, he didn't give a fuck which one we went with, and so just approved us going with the cheaper software. It was so fucking stupid. I fucking hate that guy so much. He's so annoying. He's such a piece of shit. Like, I just hate people like that who, like, there's no accountability on their own. You know what I mean? Like, when, like, there's been times where, like, him or somebody on his team has come in and said, hey, this information isn't accurate, and I've gone, oh shit, let me look, and been like, oh yeah, you're right, I fixed it. And like, my bad, like, I didn't catch that. Yo, what's going on, Jack? You know what I mean? Like, if I fuck up, I'll be the first one to be like, all right, yo, my bad, I'll take care of that. But this guy, zero accountability. Just anything that happens is somebody else's fault. It's somebody else's problem. It's not on him. Yo, what's going on, Drex? Sonic, Miku, SpongeBob, Minecraft, Steve, Patrick, Ichi, yeah, all 4 are now canonically best friends because of the new Sonic racing game. That's wild. Hey, Jack, thank you so much for the resub. Another one with 8 months of subs. Jack, thank you so much, you fucking legend. Much appreciate you and Riz, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the support, guys. Also, if you guys are not on the perfect counter argument, no, you, yeah, literally that's his whole thing. Oh wait, I didn't mean to reset there. Fuck, I meant to run away. I got distracted. My bad. But yeah, if you guys are in the Discord, it's not working right now. I have to get with them and figure out why it's not, but I was granted a trial period as a G Fuel affiliate with my own G Fuel link and discount code. Right now the link is not working. Like, it works. Like, if you click the link, it takes you to my page, my affiliate dashboard will update and tell me like, oh, like 7 people have used your link to visit G Fuel. Everything else is working right, but it's not applying the discount at checkout. And so I gotta figure out what's going on there and get the discount working, because obviously it's pointless without the discount, right? Like, it's still cool if like you guys use the link and use some, like, you know, you do like a different code or something. Like, it still is good for me that if you guys use the link, but I would like the discount to work properly, because that's kind of the whole fucking point. So I'll let you guys know once that's working, but it is a trial period because I am a smaller streamer. And so they're giving me a chance to make it a permanent code, but I have to have that like, hey, look, people are ordering with my code. You should keep me. Because if nobody orders with the code, then there's no reason for them to keep me. And then it just is going to make it harder in the future to get a new code. So I will let you guys know once it's up and running. But I was showing it on Discord earlier. I've been using G Fuel for a while now, like a couple years now. I stopped buying like monsters and shit like that, and I switched exclusively to G Fuel for energy drinks. It's way cheaper. It's like less than $1 per serving versus the, you know, $3 a can for a monster. It's a product I use all the time. I've got like 3 tubs of it and like 4 shaker bottles scattered around my office right now. So it's a product I use, I stand by. It's why I applied for the affiliate with them. You know, I don't promote shit that I don't use or I don't believe in. You know, you notice like I don't do sponsored streams ever. The last sponsored stream I did was like 2 years ago, because it was the last time I was offered a sponsorship from a game that I actually have played and enjoyed. So yeah, I'll only promote stuff to you guys if it's something that I would spend my money on. And even then, I'll even add to that, I only promote stuff that I have spent money on. If it's something I haven't, if it's something I wouldn't spend my money on, I won't promote it to you guys. So I will let you know as soon as I get that code working. And if you guys already use G Fuel and you can use my code, much appreciate. And if you've never tried G Fuel, if you could give it a try using my code, it would be very much appreciated. It would help support the channel and help support me in my quest to go full-time as a content creator and be able to quit my job and not have to deal with this dick bag I work with anymore. Because that is the goal right now, and it's honestly something I'm really pushing towards, is to be able to quit my job next summer. I'm really kind of pushing towards being able to do that. I'm hoping I can make that a thing. There's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts that are associated with that. A lot of dominoes have to fall the right way. A lot of square pegs in round holes need to be mushed through for me to get to that point. It's a very minimal chance that I actually can pull it off. But I'm very, very strongly motivated to make that happen over the next year. So we will see what happens. It definitely makes me regret my hiatus last year, because I feel like if I hadn't gone on hiatus, my odds of making this happen would be a lot higher. Like, I've been back to streaming now for 6 months, and I'm kind of just now back to where I was before my hiatus and like recovered from being gone. And so I kind of fucked myself on that. Sucks to suck, but you know, you live and you learn. I understand now that I'm where I want to be, and if I want to be here more often, I need to do some stuff like actually post videos to YouTube and TikTok and be active on the Twitter and all the other fucking social shit I don't like to do. Like, dude, I just need to get to the point where I can hire like a social media manager to handle my shit for me. So that I don't have to do any of that. Like, just pay somebody to be the social media guy and handle all that free. Like, I'll record the videos. I'll like do what you tell me to do. You just handle the editing and posting for me. One day, one day I'll be there. What else is going on? Nothing big planned for this week. Me and Book haven't landed on a new game yet. So that isn't going to be a thing. I know me and Jake are talking about doing a Grounded collab. And me and Jay are talking about doing collab night doing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Obviously, Shenanigans will be on Friday, but nothing special this week at this point. I gotta see what's going on with everybody. And then trying to think what else is going on. I'll probably do another like Fortnite with viewers stream at some point this week. I don't know when. That's gonna kind of be one of those like, I don't feel like doing Pokemon tonight. Let's play some Fortnite. It's just gonna kind of be a last minute decision. I also want to start doing DAs with viewers again, like we did Saturday. I want that to become a thing again. I just the switch that I'm doing Shelmet on needs to be the DA switch because the other switch did not handle doing DAs very well. It drained the battery and overheated really fast doing DAs. I don't know why doing DAs made that happen. Maybe because I was connected to the internet and that created more of a drain on the switch. I'm not too sure what happened there, but I was only able to make it like 2 hours, if that, on Saturday before the switch started to like really lag bad and have problems. Oh, really, Jack? I mean, like, so like I said, I used to be a big like Monster guy. I drink Monsters all the fucking time, but it just got to the point where it's like so expensive because I was spending like $4 a day on Monster. And then like I'd have to stop at the store, buy the Monster, blah, blah, and I was like, I need to figure out a better way to do this. And I knew there were a couple of companies, like there's G Fuel, Gamer Stuffs, and a couple others. Oh, I mean, Jack, you probably should just stick with that, honestly. If you don't drink energy drinks at all, it's best to just stay that way. They're not good for you, but if you drink energy drinks, you might as well go with G Fuel. But I was like, I need to be able to like do this quicker and cheaper. And so I looked into the different energy drink companies and I tried a couple of them, like Gamer Substance, G Fuel, Dubby. I looked into a few of them, and as far as like taste, price, everything, I prefer G Fuel over the others, and so I've stuck with them. And like I said, I mean, I was showing my order history on the Discord. Like, I order a lot from them. I order probably 2 tubs a month from them, if not a little more, depending on if they have any like specials going on or any like, you know, different collabs and stuff that they do. And then I'll order some extra at that point. So, and it's not just me either. Like, Book uses it, Llama uses it. We go through a lot of G Fuel in this house. And it is cool because actually I got the tub right here. 15 calories per scoop. That's it. And it's just a lot of vitamins and caffeine. And then even if you don't want energy drinks, they also have hydration formulas. Agreed. Like me and Book played Grounded like 2 years ago, and we had a lot of fun with it. We never finished it though. And so I was looking at restarting it just because it's been so long. And depending on the situation, we might see about having it be a 3-person, have me, Book, and Jake. We tried to get Jer to do it, but Jer won't play the spider game. He was being a bitch. And I was like, dude, I'm like really arachnophobic myself. It's what makes the game funny, is me screaming like a girl whenever the wolf spiders come near me. So, now what I really need, hey, what's going on, Cyan? How you been, buddy? Long time no see again. You like pop in like once a month now. I appreciate you popping in when you can, though. But it's just funny because I feel like every time I see your name, I'm like, long time no see. Big chillin', hell yeah. Nah, fuck the arachnophobia mode. The whole point of playing a game like that is to be scared. You haven't been better recently. I think it's only been a couple weeks this time instead of a couple months. What you been up to, buddy? Playing any fun games or doing anything interesting? It's been a week? Has it been a week? You probably showed up on a night I was drunk or something and I don't remember. Playing a lot of Siege? How's that going for you? It's just beans with eyes? Oh, God. Okay, that's why. It was the co-op stream. That would explain it, Cyan. That would explain it. I'm usually pretty far gone, not too long into those streams. Siege is angering. See, I had to stop playing games that anger me. I was getting too sweaty in some of those, and it wasn't good for my blood pressure. You know what I mean? I'm too old to be getting angry over video games. You tell me you're playing solo, but you have a stack, so it's fun. See, that helps. That does help. When you're playing an angering game, but you have friends to play with, it's a little bit better. Playing those kinds of games with randos is like, oh, just, oh God. I'm just remembering my League of Legends and Overwatch days, trying to play solo, and just how much I fucking hated life. Definitely wasn't a smart move on my part to play those games solo. But in order to have a stack, you need to have friends. And I've never been good at the whole friends thing, so... You had the same 3 bros for like 12 years. Dude, that's how I am. I haven't made a new friend in so long. I guess I should say, I made a couple of friends recently since I started streaming. Prior to starting streaming, I hadn't made a new friend in like 10 years. It's the thing, in order to make friends, I have to like talk to people and leave the house, and who the fuck has time for all that? Like, I want to waste my energy just talking to random people hoping they're cool. No. Count me the fuck out on that plan. Oh, what was it? Speaking of schedule, next week is gonna be a little rough. I've got a lot going on next week. I won't be streaming much. I've got 2 concerts and a baseball game next week. There is a sissy makes friends, and I'm like, but people are gross. Facts, squids. Facts. Actually, I think I have even more than that next week. What's the date? Ah, that's not what I wanted. Where's my... No, fuck, I want my calendar. There we go. Oh, shit, yeah, next week is busy as fuck. Holy shit. Oh, wow, yeah, I'm only going to be able to stream like twice next week. Holy shit. I've got a concert on Tuesday, a baseball game on Wednesday, a concert on Friday, and then I'm at Eric's house over the weekend for his birthday party. So I've only got like 2 days next week I can stream. That's gonna be 2 more times than Jake. I love it. Jake's been doing slightly better lately. He has been doing a little bit better. But yeah, me and Llama are seeing Baby Metal and Black Veil Brides, I believe, are on the ticket on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to the Rays game, me, Book, and Llama. And then Friday, me and Book are seeing Avril Lavigne. And then Saturday morning, we wake up and drive across the state to go to Eric's for his birthday party. Come home from that Sunday. Busy week next week. I got a lot of shit. All my stuff for June, everything I have going on in June is happening next week. So I guess I need to make sure I don't take any days off the rest of June because I need to make up for 4 days of no streams. I think what I need to do, I need to get some money together and try to get a gaming laptop that I can at least like run OBS and VTube Studio off of. So that like if I'm away for like a weekend or something like that, I can still do like just chatting streams and at least do something to be able to go live for a couple hours. That would probably be a good thing to look into. This way, like, if I'm at Eric's, I can just pop open VTube Studio and, like, stream my, like, my view of the party. And then, like, if I'm up at the ranch or something, I can still go live for a couple hours and do, like, some just chatting and do, like, some reaction stuff, watch some videos with you guys, something like that. I feel like that would be a smart move. I wish I could have something set up before my Greece trip. I definitely want to do some like vlog style stuff while me and Book are in Greece. I gotta see if I'm gonna be able to do that, like how I can make it work. I bought one of those gimbal things. I just haven't played around with it enough. I need to like get some like practice with it and like try to get it set up properly. And then maybe I could do some like video blogs while we're on vacation. Just like walking around the cities and stuff with you guys. I definitely don't like the idea of going 12 days without streaming. I gotta figure out a way to do something while we're away. You thought you just broke a false alarm, you would have cried. What were you doing that you thought you broke a tooth, Squid? Like, what could you possibly have been doing? Also, anybody that's on the YouTube side, if you can go ahead and drop a like on the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. Help me out with the algorithm. Trying to open something with your teeth and taste it. That's why you don't open shit with your teeth, Squiddy. Also, yeah, I am dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch lately, so if you hear me talking to somebody and you're like, who the fuck is this idiot talking to? Probably somebody on the other stream. Appreciate it, Green. Every little bit helps, guys. Every extra view, every extra follow, sub, etc. It all helps these different sites push my content out. You just assume it was the voices. I mean, you aren't wrong 100% of the time. There are times that's the case. Hey, Caro, what's going on? How you doing? Oop, almost ran into that corphish by accident. So I got trying to do shit with the wrong hand. Dude, these Emolga resets are climbing fast. Like, I just started this hunt tonight. And in an hour, we've done over 100. Figured out for early Father's Day dinner. Stopped by Barnes & Noble afterwards. Nice, Kara. That sounds like a fun day. I'm doing good. My allergies are fucking with me a little bit, but outside of that, I'm done with the Doughblade hunt, and it's hard to be upset about anything with that hunt finally over. Hey, what's going on, Poker Princess? Much appreciate, Squidums. Much appreciate. Trying to diversify my content a little bit here. I got the Wicked movie album and a book on Aztec mythology. Not that another book on your shelf. Caro, you always need more books. Not yet, Poke, not yet. I checked it right before stream. It's still not working. I tried to reach out, so it runs through like a third party that handles everything. And so I tried to contact them, and they were like, oh, hey, you need to contact G Fuel about this. And so now I gotta fucking contact them after stream tonight. Yeah, same here, Carol. I've got 3 bookshelves and they're all full, and then I have like 2 massive totes in my garage that are full. It won't stop me from buying more books, though. Having more books is a good thing. Although I will say lately, I've been doing more audiobooks than physical books. Just because, like, between work and stream, it's hard for me to find time to actually sit down and read. But when I'm at work, I just pop in my earbud and listen to the audiobook, and it gets me through my work day, and I get to experience a new book. See, Poke gets it. And so, yeah, while I do wish I had a little more time to just sit down and read, I'm at least still getting to experience new books. Your 3DS capture card came in today. It'll be installed tomorrow. Fuck yes. That is awesome. So are you doing the install yourself, Poke? You prefer physical books, since the series you collect are mostly out of print, so finding a physical is a win for you? Hell yeah, Carol. I really do love just sitting down and reading a good book. It's just so hard to like find the time to do that now. Because it's like my schedule's typically wake up, go to work, come home, handle some shit I gotta take care of, eat dinner, stream, go to bed. It's pretty much my schedule, so. Hell yeah, Poke. I probably should have looked into getting a capture card 3D for my 2DS, but instead I just did the jailbreak, and then I just emulate the games for stream and then transfer the save file over to the cartridge. Which, speaking of that, I need to do that again here soon, because I have a couple of shinies that are on my X file that I need to transfer over to my X cartridge. And get them transferred over into home. Like, I've got 2 shiny Clamperls that I need to evolve for Huntail and Gorbis, and I've just been too lazy to transfer them over. Because, like, I gotta transfer them, you know, I need to pull the save file from the emulator, put it on the memory card, put the memory card in the DS, fucking upload the save file from the memory card to the game, then go in the game, upload the shinies from the game to home, then log onto my Switch, log into home, pull the games off home, or pull the Pokemon off home into BDSP, go into BDSP, get the evolution items, get them evolved, put them back into home, and I'm just too lazy to do all that. .3DS, 2DS ones are not as hard to find, not as hard to put in now. The loopy ones require the new XL systems to work, but much easier to install. Only have to solder 1 cable. Nice. Yeah, I have 2 2DSs. I don't have a 3DS. I didn't care enough about the 3D aspect. I was more interested in just saving some money. And so I got 2DSs. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, was there supposed to be one here? I feel like one's missing. You got those for your kids. You don't want to deal with the broken hinge problem. Understandable. Very understandable. Aw, thank you for the head pat, squids. Why do I feel like I missed an Emolga back here? Where did it go? There it is. I knew I missed one. All right, Dragon. Fucking allergies. Would depend on the situation, Squid. Honestly, you'd be more likely to get drop kick doing it to Book than me. Yeah, my thing. Book was around a bunch of cats at work today, and then when she came home, I gave her a hug, and I got cat hair on me, and so it's fucking with my allergies now. I said I hugged you when you came home. Oh, he said he felt like if he gave me head pats in real life, he would get drop kicked. And I said, honestly, that's probably more likely to happen with Book. See, Book agreed. She'd be more likely to drop kick you than me. Give that old bald head a shine and polish. Especially if I just recently shaved it and it's all smooth. I do it to Book all the time. I just walk up and like start giving her head pats and like scratching behind her ear. I'm like, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? And she gets so fucking mad. It's the only reason I do it is because of how mad she gets. Speaking of being so mad, while you're there, can you grab me a beer, please? Thank you. Wait, did I miss another one? What the fuck? It should be an even number, not an odd number. Which one did I miss? The fuck? What the hell? I should be at 126 right now. Guys, I'm confuzzled. I somehow missed an Emolga. And I don't know how. But I'm one off where I should be. Oh, there's one right here, though. She did not throw it at me, thankfully. You had to take care of a kitten this past weekend and didn't realize how bad your allergies are. You couldn't hold a kitty for the 3 minutes. That sucks, Scarrow. Yeah, Squid, oddly enough, I had a cat when I was a kid and it wasn't a problem. And then it died and I went a few years without being around a cat. And then the next time I was around a cat, I had a like really bad like allergy to it. It was really weird. You can have all the pets but not gain laundry detergent. That's a super weird one. Actually, the really funny one was when my daughter was young, her mom wanted to use the like all like hypoallergenic detergent because it was supposed to be like baby safe and all this shit. And my daughter ended up having an allergic reaction to the hypoallergenic laundry detergent. I don't know about that's good, but I know like it is possible to like develop allergies through life, like shit that like you've never had a problem with. You can just one day wake up and be allergic to it. It's like, that's what happened with me with cats. And I know some people who have had that happen with food where like they've eaten something all the time and then one day they can't eat it anymore. Aw, damn, that sucks, Caro. There's a tick that can make you allergic to red meat. I've heard of that. You just bought all free and clear detergent so your face doesn't itch horrifically. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen to you, Poke. I'm just saying that it happened to my daughter. She started like breaking out and shit and like had like a rash. And we couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. And then one day we were like, maybe let's try a different detergent, and it fixed it. And we were like, oh, he was allergic to the hypoallergenic. It happened to you too? What the fuck? Why is the hypoallergenic detergent giving people fucking allergic reactions? Your cat allergy grew as you got older. Your parents remember you sneezed around your old cat and they blamed it on pollen. Oh, Gain is giving you a reaction. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I mean, technically it shouldn't. That's the whole point of it, is it's supposed to not do that. That's why it was so weird that it did for us. It was very stupid. Oh, Twitch crash. Sorry, squids. Hey, what's going on, Yetis? How you doing? Is it almost 10 p.m. already? Holy shit. It's 9:40. I wish work went by as fast as streaming does. I really do. If my work day could go by as fast as my streams do, I'd be in heaven. So, Yeti, we forgot to do something over the weekend. You're having fun while you stream, so it feels like it doesn't take as long. Well, yes, I know why it happened, Squid. I'm just saying I wish it happened for work. Toga tick in the chat. You love the smell, but you've been breaking out for about a year. Thought it was stress or food. Nope. As soon as you washed your face and didn't use a towel to dry it, suddenly cleared up in a day. Damn. That sucks. That's really sucky. A wop bop a loo bop a wop bam boom. Wop 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 wop. La da da da, la da da da. This morning you decided to just see if it would matter. Apparently it does. Don't you love when you just do shit on a whim and you're like, God damn it, that worked? That's all I had to do this whole time? Poison Ivy, yes, oh geez, Squiddy. No bueno. So, apparently I have immunity to poison ivy. I don't know for sure, but I'm like, it's one of those weird things, like I've never gotten it and I definitely should have. And there's one time when I want to say middle school, there was this plant and me and my friends were arguing about whether it was poison ivy or not. And I was like, it's not poison ivy. and I just like took the plant and like rubbed it all over my arm. And then it turned out, I think it was like a teacher or somebody like verified it was in fact poison ivy. And I was like, well, I'm fucked, 'cause I just rubbed that shit all over my arm, and then nothing ever happened. You walked through a big path of it and got over your legs. I remember being so itchy you were crying. Sounds about right, Squid. So your face hour later, all the redness and itchy was gone. Jeez. Yeah, you know, Kara, it's better not to know at all. Definitely better not to know. And like some allergies are so wild because like you can be allergic to bees and never know it because you just never get stung by a bee, and then one day you get stung by a bee and almost die. And like you have no idea that you went through your whole life one bee sting away from death. You've never been, see, that's my point, Squid. So you might be allergic and you don't even know it. I've been stung a bunch of times, but I was outdoors a lot as a kid. Like a lot. Your father was immune when he was young. Then we had a bunch in our backyard, so he cut it and tore it out. His immunity changed. He was covered head to toe. Oh God. Yeah, that sucked. On your foot, it hurt. Yeah, bee stings are definitely not fun. I've been stung a bunch by bees and wasps. I don't recommend it. It's not a fun experience. Although it was funny, I got in trouble at a job because I got stung by a bee and I didn't tell anybody. The wailing from the shower was both heartbreaking and hysterical. Oh, I would imagine so. But it was when I was doing the when I was still manager at the gas station. I was taking the trash out one day, and as I was walking back in like to the store, a bee stung me on my arm, and I just like, ah, fuck, I just got stung by a bee. It just went back to work and just went on with my day. It didn't really react to it at all. And then like there was another issue where like one of my workers got stung by a bee and they were allergic, and it was a whole thing because they didn't have an EpiPen on them and they had to rush home, but then their EpiPen was expired and they had to go to the ER and all this shit. And so we had to have this whole thing about like, you know, insect safety and all this other shit. And I said something like I was talking to my district manager, and I said something about like, yeah, no, I got stung a few weeks ago taking out the trash. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I was coming back from taking out the trash. I got stung by a bee. And he's like, you didn't report that. I'm like, why would I report it? I got stung by a bee. It wasn't a big deal. I got stung in the arm and I went ow and went back to work. Like, what was there to report? And he was like, no, you have to report all insect bites and insect stings. It's a mandatory report. And like chewed my ass out over it. I was like, dude, like I literally saw zero treatment for it. Yo, what's going on, Ma? You got stung in the mouth, Reed? Oh God, that's horrible. It's a going good, Muck. It's a going good. Just grinding through these checks. Being calm around bees and wasps. There was a wasp in our house at a gathering. Everyone was freaking out because it was hovering near me. Just so they're trying to stay calm. Yeah, I mean, typically, like, as long as you don't make any sudden movements or do anything to, like, scare them, they typically won't sting you. Typically. Most insects are like that, even like scorpions and shit. As long as you don't step on it, sit on it, or scare it, you're good. Gets bit by a mosquito, forced to write a 10-page report about a mosquito bite. That's what I was saying. I was like, it was a non-issue. Why would I report it? Nothing happened. There was nothing to report. Although the most fun report I had to do was when we had a fire at this store. Somebody threw a cigarette in the mulch, and the mulch caught fire, but it didn't catch fire on top. It got like the underneath caught fire. So like there was like this little bit of like, you can see a little bit of flame and a lot of smoke coming up from the mulch, but like there was nothing visible on the surface to tell that it was on fire. And I was like, well, that's fucking weird. And so I was like, I don't know what's going on here. So like I just like poured some water on it and was like, you know, maybe it was just like a cigarette butt is like smoldering or something. And then I get checked out a few minutes later and it was like still smoking really bad. And so I started moving the mulch around. And I started finding all this like charred mulch and like burning mulch underneath. And I was like, oh fuck, this doesn't look good. And so I like contacted the district manager and he had me fucking call the fire department. They had to dig up like a ton of our mulch that was all just burning underground. So that one I did have to write a report on. Oh, that was it. I gotta start remembering when I'm on the last one of the line. I'm wasting time here. Mosquitoes think I'm an all-you-can-eat buffet every summer. You tend to get 20 plus bites. Dude, Florida mosquitoes fucking love me. Like, I can't walk outside at any time of day without getting bit. And it's like the opposite for my mother-in-law. We'll be up at the ranch and like the entire family will just be getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. And my mother-in-law is just sitting there going like, you guys are getting bit by mosquitoes? I haven't had a single one bite me. Like, well, lucky for you, okay? We're all getting eaten alive. I don't know what to tell you. You saved some pigs on the school farm from a fire. Somehow their shade pen caught fire. Probably from a heat lamp. Nothing serious, a big flame, but we just covered it in mud and dirt until it smothered out. I mean, pretty much like what you do with a fire if it's small, you just smother it. Which is why it was so weird to me that the fire was burning underground. Like, apparently there was just enough air getting through the top layer of mulch to let the underneath keep burning. It was super weird. I'd never seen like an underground fire like that before. But apparently like all the mulch underneath was super dry and they had just recently remulched on top. So the mulch on top was kind of moist, so it wasn't burning, but all the dry mulch underneath was. During one of your friend's house caught fire due to a space heater. Oh, I've heard stories about that shit. Space heaters can be dangerous. You gotta be very careful with those things. And then where I live, you've got to be like kind of lucky because we get so many lightning strikes in Tampa that like it's literally a crapshoot whether your house is the one that gets hit or not. You sometimes sniff the air before bed to make sure there's no smoke in our house. Smart move. I actually, when I was really, really little, I was like maybe 4 or 5 tops. Like I was super young. I saved our house from burning down. I don't even remember why, but I woke up in the middle of the night. I think I like went to like the kitchen to get some water, and the whole kitchen was on fire. Apparently my grandma had thrown a cigarette butt in the trash and didn't snuff it out properly, and the trash caught fire. And then everybody went to sleep and didn't know it, and then I wake up in the middle of the night and I go to the kitchen to get some water, and just the whole trash can is just blazing, and like the like walls were starting to like catch and shit, and like just like I have very vague memories of it, Like, I can see bits and pieces of it. I was just old enough to like really remember it, but not really remember it. But my dad used to tell me the story all the time. And I just very calmly walked into his bedroom, shook him awake, and just stood over him, and he wakes up and I just go, Dad, the kitchen's on fire. Like, just calm as can be. And he was like, huh? And I go, the kitchen's on fire. And he's like, what? And he jumps out of bed and runs to the kitchen. And the fucking kitchen's in flames. But he said it was just so weird. The way I just was so calmly like, the kitchen's on fire, Dad. I gave him 2 fun wake-ups around that age. There was another time I woke up in the middle of the night and I was hungry, so I decided I wanted an apple. But I was a kid, so I didn't eat apples whole, right? I ate apple slices. But it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and I didn't want to wake anybody up to cut me an apple. So I grabbed an apple from the fridge, I grabbed the knife, and I cut the apple. Yeah, same energy, Squid, same energy. But when I cut the apple, I held it in my hand and cut the apple. So when I cut the apple, I also cut like a star into my hand. And so I finished cutting the apple and I realized I'm bleeding. And so again, I just walk into my dad's room, I shake him awake. He kind of groggily wakes up, Dad, yeah, I'm bleeding. What? I cut myself and I show him my hand and just my whole hand is just bloody. And he's like, what the fuck? I used to give my dad some fun moments. So that's what I was saying the other night with Jake and Jer, like, right, Squid? My poor fucking dad. Like, I was smart enough to, like, know things, but dumb enough to not, like, fully know it. Like, I understood half the process. Like, I knew fire was bad. I just didn't know how bad. I knew how a knife worked. I just didn't really know to avoid, you know, using your hand as a cutting board. Actually, you want the best one I've got? Again, I was fucking kindergarten age, maybe, might have been preschool age. I was young, and I drove my dad's car through the fence. And I've heard this story from so many family members because we were having like, there were a bunch of family at the house that day. And I've heard this story from so many of them so many times over the years. I don't remember doing it. I remember the aftermath. I can vividly remember the car being through the fence. I remember that. I don't remember anything else with it. But my dad had a habit back then where he would just stick the, like, he would stick the keys, like, up underneath the visor on the driver's side when he got home. So he'd park the car, take the key out, stick it up in the visor, go inside. That was what he always did. Well, my brilliant ass watched him, where he got the keys from, where he put the keys, how he turned the ignition. Like, again, I may be kindergarten, and I've literally watched him and studied him for a while on all the stuff he was doing. And so one day we get home, he parks the car, puts it in park, puts the keys up the visor, and we all go inside. Well, I go outside to play, and I decide I've seen Dad do this enough. I know how to do it myself now. And so I climb in the driver's seat. I take the key down from the visor, put the key in the ignition, turn the car on, put it in drive, and put it straight through the fucking fence. So everybody hears the car crash through the fence. Everybody comes running outside to see what's going on. See the car. It was like a chain link fence with like an iron pole at about like 3 feet high. And so the car got wedged under that iron pole because I couldn't reach the pedal. So the car I wasn't like giving it gas. It just kind of like, you know, you put it in drive and it rolls. And there was a little downhill to it as well. And so the car like went through the chain link fence and got wedged underneath the bar. And everybody comes outside. And from everybody's story, everybody's exactly the same. They all come running out to see what happened. And all they see is me jumping up and down in the driver's seat going, I drove! Dad, did you see me? I drove! Completely oblivious to the damage I just caused. Just looking for the proud dad moment that I drove the car by myself. Oh, Squiddy, that's a bad one. That's, yeah. That's no bueno. But yeah, so this is when I say, like, I'm a smart dumbass. This is the kind of shit I talk about. Like, I'm smart enough to figure this shit out. I just don't make good decisions. It's the Jurassic Park line. You were so bothered wondering whether you could. You didn't think about whether you should. You saw it a marble as a kid. Even if you thought it was a gumball, why would you swallow it and not chew it? I remember choking on a hard candy as a kid. Fair point. I had like a hard candy in my mouth and I was playing with my brothers. We were like running up this staircase. And as I ran up the staircase, the candy like fell back into my throat. And yeah, that was fucking scary. All I remember on that one is just being really fucking afraid because I couldn't breathe. And like as soon as my airway stopped, I freaked the fuck out. And then my dad had to come running and Heimlich me. Another seizure happened while your twin and I were in the car and randomly pulled the car over on the highway, started having a seizure and the car wasn't parked fully. And we finally thought your sister and you got out and just stood on the side of the highway until someone stopped. Oh God, Squid. That is scary as fuck. Yeah. I will say, like, that is one of my biggest fears in life is having a medical emergency while driving. Especially here, because all the speed limits are so high. Like, you're going at least 40 on every fucking road you go on here. And so, yeah, that's always, like, a big fear of mine is, like, having some kind of medical emergency while I'm driving. It's like literally the worst possible time to have that. Big thing in custody hearings here. The judge didn't really do anything because it wasn't technically a crash anyway. I mean, like, yeah, like that wasn't exactly, well, I mean, I don't know the whole situation, but it's hard to kind of blame your mom for that. That or lava lamps. I would say space heaters grade. I mean, lava lamps, if you leave them on like forever, they get super hot, and if they fall over, something can be bad. But typically people don't leave lava lamps on forever, but space heaters tend to be left on all winter. One day when we were like 2, decided to make your mom eggs while she was asleep. Dad came home to eggs all over the carpet. Yeah, nowadays they have safeties on lava lamps. Lava lamps don't get nearly as hot as they used to. People used to burn the fuck out of themselves on lava lamps. They also don't work as good. I mean, the heat was kind of what made them work before, so. I had a lava lamp as a kid. I used to love that thing. It was so cool to just like sit there and watch like the goo inside float around. You remember how hot that was? Yeah, dude. They got so fucking hot back in the day. They've made them a lot better now. You actually bumped yours, didn't knock it over, but burned the shit out of your arm. Yep. Because that's the thing. Like, people didn't realize, like, yeah, there was the light on the bottom that would heat everything, but the shit was glass, and glass conducts heat pretty well, so that glass would get super fucking hot. Jared's gonna get scared again. He's playing Mortuary Assistant. I'll have to watch him after I end stream if he's still on. I know I saw some bits and pieces of it last time, and yeah, he was freaking the fuck out. I think probably towards the end of the month, I'm gonna pick like a weekend day and get like one of the trucking simulators and do a drunk trucking simulator stream. Hearing him scream like a girl is so satisfying. Oh my god. Now I want to watch him, god damn it. Local Pride in 2 weeks. Nice. Our yeah, ours is in 2 weeks too. Time to legally drink and drive. Exactly, agreed. It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna sit here doing shots of whiskey while driving an 18-wheeler. Jared the Music Fair watch party. Oh, do you mean just pull a Big Jake and stop my own stream and just pull up somebody else's and watch their stream for an hour? Remember when Jake did that to me on New Year's? I was doing drunk karaoke and he just stopped all of his hunts and just pulled up my stream and was just watching me with his community. Your big one's October. Your parents are going out of town then, but you think we can attend a smaller local one? Nice, Caro. Yeah, we've got the St. Pete Pride Parade is the 28th. Run away. Oh yeah, that LA shit is crazy. I don't like to get political, but does everybody realize how fucking close we are to civil war right now? Like, you don't realize how fucking close. Oop, I reset one early. Fuck. Now I gotta fix it again. Yeah, Carol, I'm with you. But like with the shit going on in LA right now, like literally all it's gonna take is one shot to be fired and shit is gonna go south fast. Like I mean, we've literally had revolutions, world wars, all kinds of shit all start from a single gunshot. Like, hey, what's going on, Derpy? How you doing? I mean, like, the American Revolution all started because of a single gunshot. In a very similar situation to what's going on now. I mean, Caro, yeah. You bought this farming game and you've been playing, which, just, is it, Farm Simulator, Derp? If it's Farm Simulator, I have one of them. I forget which one it is. Oh, it's not Farm Sim. I have Farm Sim. I haven't played it in a while, though. I mean, it's gonna depend, Yeti. Like, with the way things are, it can spiral and not be an isolated incident. Like, because it happens in LA, it's gonna happen live on fucking TikTok and shit. There's people live streaming what's going on in LA. And if it happens, it's gonna be live streamed, and you're gonna start seeing people react all over the country to it. It has potential to really fucking be bad. Like, everybody involved in all that right now needs to be super fucking careful. It's called Farmland, Farming Life. I have not heard of that one, Derp. I'll have to check that one out. I like Farming Simulator. It's a nice, like, relaxing game when you just want to kind of chill out and you don't really want to do anything too crazy. Farming Sim is a nice game for that. Just drive a tractor around, plow your land, plant seeds. It's a nice relaxing game. I was playing it a bunch before I, like, really made my comeback to streaming. When you worked at a teen newspaper in high school, you were scared of walking out of the office at night. What? Editors would often wait for me for your ride. Very nice of them, Caro. Hey, what's going on, Pocolio? How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Shuckle in the chat. Hit him with that 5-knuckle shuckle, guys. It's a going, man. It's a going. Just grinding through these encounters on Emolga and Shelmet. Trying to finish my shiny living decks. Donates for articles for them down. Of course, I'm too old to write for them. Just write for yourself, then. I just thought some of the tops would be good for the teens of Atlanta. Gotcha. I mean, there's still ways you can, like, get that info out, you know what I mean? Like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I know there's ways to do it. So I made a Facebook post earlier, and I was really expecting to get some backlash on it. And surprisingly, nobody's left a negative comment yet. But I posted a basic understanding of U.S. history and the Constitution should be a requirement in order to graduate middle school. I was going to say high school, but looking at a lot of your social media posts, I don't think you ever made it that far. I really thought I was going to get some backlash on that, but so far, nothing. The whole game is basically plant crops, water, harvest, sell the crops, use the coins to buy land, and expand your island. Okay. Very similar to a lot of other farming games I've seen and played then. Even Farming Simulator is pretty similar to that, only you're not on an island. But otherwise, it's basically the same. Except it's a lot more advanced. Like, you can buy new tractors, vehicles, equipment, all kinds of shit. Hey, Poke, thank you for the shiny luck. Much appreciate. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da. 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 Wait, did the have a drink thing work there? Did it? I didn't see if it actually activated. You have 34k points. You're spending after spending those. Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have been stacking up a lot of points. Thank you, Squids. Bum 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 bum. La, da, 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 da. Oh yeah! Step into a Slim Jim. Bum 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 bum. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Ba-da-da-da. Not much of a girlfriend. I never seem to get enough. Dude, can you imagine if I go over on Shelmet again? Hey, what's going on, Ghost? How you doing? 142,000 channel points at the moment in climbing. God damn, Mika. Did you win a lot of those predictions recently when I was doing the Doughblade? Very nice, Ghost. Very nice. Eventually, Ghost, eventually. Ah, you just saved up. Gotcha. Probably not until like August or September, at the earliest, unless something lucky happens between now and then, Ghost. I've got too much shit going on right now to spend the money. Probably not, Ghost. I'll probably hang on to them just in case I need them for stuff. Plus, like, depending on how I'm going with my shiny living decks, I can always use both the old switches and the Switch 2 and do triple hunts. Yeah. I typically don't sell my old systems. It's kind of rare that I do that. I tend to hang on to them until they don't work anymore. Your prediction got you 20k and then you lost it all? Damn, Greed. What about you, Ghost? You sold all your Switch games to get it? Damn. That's why I have 85 systems. You know what, Poke? I actually believe you have about 85 old systems around your house. And your OLED? Damn, Ghost. You really wanted that Switch too, huh? Carol, thank you for the shiny luck. You have about 25 legitimately. I feel like you have more than that. Well, I mean, if you're gonna sell the Switch, then you might as the OLED, then you might as well sell the controllers with it. Like, why keep the controllers if you don't have the OLED anymore? Your Pro controllers? I mean, I guess those might have worked on the Switch too then, but I'm guessing you were just trying to get every penny you could to go towards the Switch too. Too late. Yeah, no, definitely too late if you already sold them. I love how sometimes there's a trainer here, sometimes there's not. It's what your kids used to link into Mario Kart the night before they got theirs. Makes sense. Gotta use something, right? You gotta get the Mario Kart Worlds in 60 FPS on Scarlet and Violet. I mean, not a bad trade-off, for being honest. Like, you were able to get it all together. My thing is, like, the 60 frames per second on Scarlet and Violet is nice, but I really don't have a lot left to do in Scarlet and Violet. There's only a couple of shinies I still need from that game. And so spending $500 to be able to play it with slightly better performance, it's not really high up on my list of things to do. You've seen the Pro? Yes, I have seen that. The Joy-Cons will work on the Switch too, but they won't connect. They won't like attach to it, but you can pair them to it. Shiny spawn more on the two. Well, yeah, because you're getting like 40 encounters at once, Ghost. Of course you're going to get more shinies. It isn't slightly better. I'm aware it's more than slightly better, okay? I was exaggerating it there. But again, Ghost, I think there's like 5 or 6 shinies I still need from Scarlet and Violet. And like, it's not a massive priority. Because the Switch One couldn't handle that, Ghost. The Switch One would lag if you had 15. Boo, the streamer wanted to go on a cruise first. To be fair, I booked the cruise like 2 months before I knew the Switch 2 was coming out. That's not my fault. And the cruise is definitely needed. Although I was talking to a book about it like last week, and I was like, I kind of wish we hadn't booked the cruise, because I really could just use like a week off from work to just be home and not have to deal with anything. Like, and I have no PTO left because of the cruise. Did you hear about the Jurassic Park World release? I mean, I don't know about why Okinawa is important to that, but I do know that there's a new Jurassic Park World releasing on July 2nd. But yeah, I would love to be able to have just a week off from work where I could just like take care of some stuff around the house, do some afternoon streams, and just relax and not have to worry about anything. Yeah, the specifically Okinawa Ghost was a little interesting. It is a very good design, Derpy. It's in Okinawa, that's why I mentioned it. Wait, what? You mean like the premiere is in Okinawa, or? The movie takes place on an island. Oh, the park is in Okinawa? Oh, I didn't know there was a park there. Gen 5 Pika clone. Yep, every gen has to have some kind of Pika clone. Gotta keep the electric rats going. Oh, I didn't know about that, Ghost. I knew the movie released next month. I didn't know there was an amusement park. Dude, I want to go to Japan and go to the big Poké Center so bad. One day. Probably in 2 years. I'm figuring, like, by the time we recover from this cruise and get some money saved up, we'll probably be able to do a Japan trip in like 2 years. No links in the chat. Sorry, Ghost. The link didn't work. I have to post it in the Discord. Oh, yeah, for the whole family poke, yeah, you're probably looking at 10 grand. The flights alone are super expensive. That's the big problem. It's like a couple grand just for the flight for me and Book to go. And then food, hotels, etc. I'm figuring it's probably going to cost us like 4,000 to 5,000 to do a week trip there. You miss about being a West Coast sailor, the free ride to Asia. All right, cool, Ghost. I'll check it out here in a little bit. La da da da. Ba-da-da. Ooh, Sanaconda in the chat. Ba-da-da-da. 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 I don't know why that song's been stuck in my head lately. I haven't even heard that song. It just popped into my head and I haven't been able to get it out. What the Gen 10 Pika clone will be. Hopefully something interesting this time. It's been a while since we've gotten a good one. I also really hope they finally give us some new evolutions. You found some deep dark stuff? Nice, Greed. You got T-Rexes chasing you? That's pretty wild for an amusement park. A fire fairy Pokemon. Yeah, they haven't had a fire fairy yet, have they? You have to go explore the island on a hot air balloon? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was. There was a thing, like, back when I first moved to Florida, I had a friend from Connecticut come down to visit. Like, he was visiting for his family, and they were doing, like, the Disney thing. And he was like, oh, hey, like, I'm in town. Why don't you come out to Disney and spend the night with me and my family? I knew what you meant, Ghost. What we were doing, what was it, like, the tour they give you, where like you see like a little show and then you get on a tram and they take you around the park. trying to remember which park that's in. Fire Fairy, Fairy Ground are the last two unused types. There's also Fairy Dragon, but that's only used on a form. Huh. I must be Yeti. Is that the one like it starts off where like they have like the boat in the pool and they do like a whole show with like the boat getting like and like the water like explodes and stuff? Oh, it hasn't really, dude. That's how long it's been since I've been to that park. I didn't even know that. How to get patients like you to do shiny hunts in this game or other games? I don't know that I can do a how-to on that, Ghost. You kind of either have the patience or you don't. I really don't know that I can coach people into having patience. Well, anyways, apparently right before it closed, me and my friend got to do that, and we got to be on the boat as part of the show. Yep, thank you for the hydrate, Muck. It was pretty cool. We were like in line to go and do the tour, and as we got to the door, this guy like just was like, "Hey, you two, come with me." And like he brought us to the side and he had us put on like rain gear. And like brought us over and like through the backstage and got us on the boat. And like we were like part of the show and he was like, just do what feels right. You'll be good. Just follow along with the instructions. And it's like we're up on the deck, like we got like towels, like we're like, you know, cleaning the deck and shit. And then like all like the water explosions start going off and we're like diving on the boat like for cover and shit and like slipping around on the like when it gets wet and just like falling over and just being absolute idiots the whole time. It was super fun. I don't know why I thought of that. It was been an hour and a half to shiny at Porygon and had no luck. Damn, and Scarlet and Violet Ghost? What the hell? I saw somebody the day Scarlet Switch 2 released. They did a Porygon outbreak and they had 10 shiny Porygons in the outbreak. Oh, that was before the Switch 2. Gotcha. That makes more sense. What was I doing? I was doing Plusle last night and had no luck. Oh yeah, I saw that, Yeti. I see he was doing that yesterday too. 2 spices and a cheese to craft the normal sandwich. Damn, you even had a sandwich with the outbreak and you couldn't get it? That's fucking crazy. That's why you need how to. I mean, you did what you needed to do. You just didn't get lucky. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. Sometimes you get the shinies. Sometimes you go 7,760 resets on a Doughblade. Oh yeah, even in Scarlet and Violet Ghost, I've had some bad hunts there. You find an interesting video or stream to watch, turn off your braid, and just go through the motions. I mean, to be fair, Squid, that's what I used to do before streaming. I would just put on a show and just brain off. Sounds and looks like a war zone. Yeah, I've seen some videos of it. The shit's pretty wild. That's why I was saying, dude, I don't think it'll be just a Kent State issue. If something happens, it's going to be big. All this time I got no shiny, which I think feels like I didn't get nothing. I mean, that's shiny hunting though, Ghost. Like, you got to remember, I went 25,000 resets on Rayquaza before I finally got it. Like, shiny hunting just be like that sometimes. It's, you know, if it's worth it to you, it's worth it to you. Like, for me, I typically have other stuff I'm doing, right? If I'm not streaming and I'm shiny hunting, I'm watching a movie or binge watching a show, or I'm doing something else while I'm doing the hunt. I don't think I have my dark. Yeah, I don't have a Darkrai clip, which kind of sucks. But yeah, and if I'm streaming, I'm talking to chat. Like, I'm paying attention to you guys. And so I always have a distraction. I'm never just 100% focused on the hunt. The hunt is always secondary to something else. The hunt's always like my background activity. I do have Palkia. I don't have Dialga. I got Dialga before I started streaming. I got the Dialga in BDSP. The Palkia clip is a fun one too. Yeah, just exclamation Palkia Ghost. That's a fun one. That's one of my best clips. And then if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend looking at the Rayquaza clip, because that was another good one. That sucks, Greed. Yeah, Ghost. Both those Palkias in that clip were shiny. The one on sword and the one on shield. They were both shiny. No, they were both shiny. The capture card I was using at the time, the color was a little off, so it was kind of hard to see on stream. But if you look at it, they're both shiny. You can see the white part is tinged pink. It's not as obvious on the other one, but it's there. Bow, bum, 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 bum. Da-dum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da, ba, bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da, na, 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 now. Correct, Ghost. I was running the same DA on both my switches because I didn't have anybody to help me because everybody else had already gotten the shiny. So I was running it on both switches so that I had two people playing, and both Palkias shined on the same DA. Well, thank you for coming around, Yeti. I told you that shit was wild out there. If a shot gets fired in that situation, dude, it's gonna spiral fast. Yeah, no, that was a pretty wild moment. Hearing mirages of rubber bullets and pepper canister, yep. It's literally like a war zone, dude. If somebody actually fires a real shot in that mess, it's gonna get bad fast. Because you know all those, all the Fed guys out there are on edge. Like, those guys are definitely stressing out a little bit over that situation. 99% of the people in the street are unarmed, so that's just, it's exactly, dude. And that's why I'm saying, like, if a shot gets fired at the Feds, they're all going to fire back because nobody's going to know where the shot came from, and they're all on edge. So they're all going to return fire blindly. And once that ends up live on stream and everybody knows about it, shit's going to pop off fucking everywhere. People aren't going to take that sitting down. That's going to get bad. And that's why everybody is so upset about the National Guard being called in. Because historically, having an armed military presence when you've got unarmed protesters, it doesn't usually go too well, like from a historical standpoint. Did they finally, I know they were talking about calling in the Marines, but last I heard it was just the National Guard. They said the Marines were ready if needed, was the last I heard. They mobilized 300 to 500, damn. Outside the obvious human ethics, all this is doing is just making Gavin Newsom either a hero or a traitor, depending on your viewpoint. But he's a horror farming at this point. I mean, it really depends on which side of the aisle you sit on, what you view of his handling of the situation. And again, from a historical perspective, historically, you gotta say he's on the right side of the situation when you look at it from a historical perspective on it. Like, when you look at, like, throughout world history, when things like this happens, as much as people complain about, like, property damage, etc., the best thing you can do is just let people get their anger out and let it fizzle naturally. Because once you start putting up an armed resistance to it, all you do is fan the flames. You're just throwing fuel onto a fire. Or the dude telling the fascists to come arrest him tends to be remembered kinder. That's kind of where I'm getting at. Like, but not even that. But when you look at just the protests and stuff, right? Like, yeah, the property damage and, you know, the low-grade violence that's occurring isn't a good thing. But when you just kind of let it, you know, burn itself out like a wildfire, it tends to end better than when you react to it with, you know, an armed presence and violence and try to handle it that way. That way, historically, just tends to kind of fan the flames and just increase the anger and make the situation worse. It's why, like, with all the stuff that's going on, you know, even back to, like, the LA riot days, they typically try to intervene as little as possible because it's a lot easier to clean everything up afterwards when you do go that route. Honestly, Yeti, this might be above that. I mean, that was pretty bad, but this one, like, this might be worse. Definitely a lot of not good going on right now. I don't know. I'm definitely keeping an eye on things. I'm a little worried about the direction this goes. Like, things have been kind of on edge for a couple years now. We've been pretty close to some crazy shit going down. And it feels like every time something comes up like this, we edge just a little bit closer. And I keep hoping we'll pull back and, you know, let things settle down a bit, and it just hasn't been happening. People are fucking fed up with a lot of shit that's going on, and it's not in a good way because we're not united, and that's the big problem, right? Like in the past, when a lot of shit's gone down, it's been like, well, I don't agree with how they're handling it, but I get why they are upset. It's kind of been like the other side. And that's not what we've got this time. You know what I mean? Like, I've been seeing a lot of social media posts calling for the cops to do away with the rubber bullets and use real ones and all kinds of shit like that. And that's not a good sign for the situation at all. A house divided can't stand, and we don't even need unity. We just need to not fuck up human rights. It's not even, I mean, that would be nice, but it's not even that when you look at it from, like, you know, the difference between civil unrest and an actual uprising kind of deal. Like, you know, the big difference is you know, you normally have one side that feels very strongly about something, and the other side kind of doesn't have a dog in the fight and are just kind of like critiquing it from the outside. But in this instance, you have two very clear delineated sides with opposing viewpoints, and that's fucking dangerous. Because like we've said, drones prevent that. I mean, yes and no. Like it depends, man. It depends. There's ways around the drones. You're not gonna win, but you can cause some fucking damage. Well, again, depends on how they do it, right? Like, you know, it'll be hard to use armed drones in downtown LA to take out guerrilla fighters. You know what I mean? Like, it can be done. It'll be hard, and it will definitely not be looked at kindly. Confident about to save the country. I mean, dude, just look at what Afghanistan was able to do for fucking 20 years. Like, you know, they couldn't win the fight, but they definitely made sure that we couldn't win it. An entirely valid connection. You're never able to win against the guerrilla entrenched defender Vietnam can't, right? That's my point, man. Like, they start taking, you know, pot shots from inside buildings at ICE agents and shit. How do you identify who took the shot from where, etc., in time to make a difference? And that's the worry. Like, I've been worried about that kind of shit for a while now, and now even more so. And I'm also kind of shocked that hasn't happened yet. I mean, but again, like, yes, I do see that as being the response, but it's gonna be hard to keep people on your side with that level of collateral damage. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you'll have some people that have the attitude of like, well, you know, they knew what was going on in that neighborhood. They shouldn't have been there. They should have turned the guy over that was doing it. Like, you'll have those guys. But I feel like the vast majority of American citizens are not going to just stand by and tolerate the US government taking out US civilians for no reason, just as collateral damage. Like, at least I'd like to think the majority of the US population wouldn't stand for it. I think it's more than that, Yeti. I think the actual people who would be okay with it is more like under 10%. I really do believe that. I think even though, you know, you had a majority vote one way, I do think the majority of those voters draw the line at murdering U.S. civilians. Well, that's what I'm saying, Yeti, but the problem is the cult is a lot smaller than people think it is. At least I like to believe that. You know, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in humanity. I don't think too highly of humanity, but as somebody that served in the military and took an oath to defend the Constitution, I do like to believe that most people would not stand for that. The internet comment sections are leading me to believe otherwise. I mean, well, that's the thing is, they're not, like, from what I've seen, there's not a lot of them, but they're very loud about it. You know what I mean? Like 2,000 comments on a news post seems like a lot, but you look at how many people actually view that news post. Most people look at stories like that and don't comment. They'll react to it maybe and move on. It's a very small minority of people that actually comment. And unfortunately, it's always the very loud minority that comments because they have nothing else to do. Right? Yeah, you like the fucking reporter who got shot, like, for no reason. She was just standing there, and the cop was like, that's an easy target. I don't know, man. It's a sketchy situation. It's very sketchy right now. And it's very unfortunate. Kingdra in the chat, guys. Kingdra in the chat. Thank you for the stretch, Muck. Thank you. Stretch it out, guys. Ugh, always gotta stretch. Don't just sit here all night. Get those muscles and joints moving. Gotta move them all. Gotta move them all. All right. Let me grab another drink real quick. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Bum 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 bum. So I gotta say, if I go over odds on Shelmet, I might just scream. Oh, that was the last one. I keep forgetting to watch for that. I are stupid. 882 on the Shelmet. 882. Bum, blah, 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 blah. Come here, come here, Emolga. Come here. Come here. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, 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 yeah. A doop 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 doop. I'm on a bump bump. Oh, come on, shiny. Give it to me. Preferably the Shelmet. You know, I was supposed to get quick hunts on this account after getting the dual blade, but I got the quick hunts on the other account instead. It was kind of weird. It wasn't supposed to go that way. It was supposed to be the opposite. My game got confused, I think. Somehow, like, the save files got mixed up or something between the two switches. Hey, Stinky Raid! Nico, 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 Ni. Nico, Nico, Ni. Wee-hoo! Eric, thank you for the raid, buddy. What's funny, dude? Thank you for the raid, Eric. How was VR chat tonight? If you are following our friend Elite Eric 88, be sure to drop him a follow. Very good friend of the channel. You went in and threw on a cookie clicker game for like an hour and a half and just put some obviously copyrighted music in the background because I liked it. I mean, I've done that before. Nothing else happened. You just kept the camera on the upgrades and stuff. All right. Well, hey. Yeah. Did you have fun tonight, Eric? Did you enjoy yourself? It was the best analytics you've had in weeks. When you're just having fun, good things happen. You just gotta have fun, man. I've been telling you that for years. You're playing with book on your other computer. So you were streaming in VR chat, but instead of paying attention to that, you were playing a game against book separately. I'm discovering secrets. Are you? Are you really discovering secrets, or are you just finally realizing I was right? So what game are you playing with book? Fortnite? How'd you guys do? Yeah, I is sleepy. I is a sleepy boy tonight. The season is so sweaty I can taste it. You aren't gonna win it all. What? You really don't think you're gonna win it all? We got dubs the last couple nights we played, dude. I tell you what, dude. I'll set aside a night this week, and me and you could just run ranked duos together. What do you say? If you want to lose that badly. Where is the faith, my dude? Come on now. Where is the faith? Two chapters, 3 seasons ago. Ah, come on, man. Me and you have been getting dubs consistently in normals. We've gotten, what, like 4 dubs this season playing together so far? And a lot of, like, top 5 finishes outside of those dubs. I believe in us. I'll be the distraction, you be the carry. I'll do you one better, Eric. We'll hold dicks instead. How does that sound? Can't distract. You're the one that said hold your hand. I was offering to make it a little bit better. But now you're like, oh, we can't do that. It's too distracting. Make up your mind, dickhead. Just touch tips and makeup. It'd be easier for you to distract them if we were just holding hands. Fine. Ugh. I was just trying to be a good friend, and you had to go and make it gay by talking about holding hands. What the hell, Eric? Need to set our priorities. But yeah, no, it'll be good, dude. We'll do rank duos. I'll distract the enemy, and while they're killing me, you run in behind and kill them. And then you just pick me up and we repeat. Let's see if people can one-shot you instantly. Yeah, I've noticed that one. I've had that happen to me quite a bit late game. I've had that quite a few times where I'm like full health, full shield, and then I'm dropped, and I'm like, the fuck just happened to me? That part's been annoying. Hopefully they nerf whatever gun is doing that, because there's literally no defense against it. You're just sitting there like, hey, everything is good. Oh, wait, I'm dropped. What happened? It hit some guy with TTV in his name. I mean, is it just about everybody on Twitch these days, though? Like, let's be real. There's way too many people on Twitch. We need to get rid of some of them. Fucking too much competition. We gotta thin the herd a little bit. Thank you for the shiny luck, Muck. Much appreciate. Dusklops in the chat, guys. Dusklops in the chat, though. The streamer purge, we'll call it. Time for exactly, Greed. We got to do a streamer purge. Just get everybody that's got like less than 5 concurrent video viewers over the last like 3 months together. Put them in like a Hunger Games style competition. There we go. I like when the resets sync up like that. It's a good moment. Bum 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 ba ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum ba da da dum ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da da da. Hi, Book. Did you have fun with Stinky? Did you guys get any wins? God damn it, Bobby. Ah, reset, damn you. Hoo-wee. Fireball. Doom 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 bum 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 bum. Hey, the reset synced up again. That's funny. Or almost, well, they synced up. I just didn't do it at the same time. For some reason, I did it one at a time instead of doing them together like a dumbass. Come on now. Come on. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Don't potential. Phenomena. 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 Na 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 na. Nothing can stop the claw. The claw. Come here, you little flying squirrel thing. I guess it's supposed to be an electric sugar glider, is what I'm guessing Emolga's supposed to be. That kind of makes sense. It looks like a sugar glider. Yep. Run away, run away. Come on, run away. There we go. Stupid Emolga's being all fast and shit, preventing me from running away from them. What the hell? Come on now. Come on. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, I do like the fact that we get like 100 emolgas per hour. That's like a pretty good encounter rate for a hunt like this. I'm kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be a slower hunt. Come on. Go, Shelmet. Dude, where's your freaky cousin at? Come on now. Can't be this many of you. Give me the one I'm looking for. That's 300 on the emolgas. 3 hours into stream. We're doing good. God damn it, let me run away from you. Dumbass electric flying rodent. Boom, boom, ba da dum, boom, boom. Da 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 da. I was gonna go to class before I got high. I could have cheated and I could have passed, but I was high. Ba da 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 da. I'm taking it next semester, and I know why. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Ba da 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 da. No, that's not what I wanted. Run away. God damn it. I said run away. Fuck you, Shelmet. Alright, last Shelmet check for while I do the last Emolga check. No shiny Emolga tonight. We'll do one more check on the Shelmet since we started the reset anyways. I meant to stop at 925, but I hit the button by accident, so fuck it, we'll check it. Fuck you, Yeti. And no shine tonight, guys. Alright. It is 11:20. It's almost 11:30. It's time for me to get ready to go to bed. I do got work tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for all the support. Riz and Jack, thank you for the subs. Much, much, much appreciated, guys. All love going your way. I should be back on tomorrow night. We'll continue with everything we're doing. Some point this week, we're going to do duo ranked Fortnite with Eric. We got Shenanigans Friday. Should be a fun week, guys. Hope to see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. take care of each other, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you back here for the next happy hour.